Hey guys, Elvis X here. Welcome back to Dubster Dive, and this time we are talking about Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.01 Thrice Upon a Time. Man, what a name. Alright, short term. I absolutely love this film. It was long, over 2 hours, but I don't care. It was still an amazing film, and I don't think a single moment was wasted in the movie, for me personally. And I will say this too. I said last time that people could probably start with Rebuild. No, they genuinely can't. This movie 100% threw that out the window. But, yeah, not mad about that, to be honest. It makes sense. This movie was meant to be the end of everything Eva that it was culminating in for the last, going on 26 years. That's almost as long as I've been alive. So, before we get to the English dub and everything, I guess let's break down a little bit about the film's history. So, the film was created by Hideaki Anno, much like the first three were, but it almost didn't get made. Anno had stated during the production of Eva 3, when he was done with it, he had no intention of making another movie due to his crippling depression. There was also financial issues behind the scenes with Studio Gainax, who did the old anime, and his current studio, Studio Kara, who had worked on things like the Gravity Rush cutscenes and a few other things. But either way, point is, apparently the studio also worked with some Idolmaster. That's kind of cool, I guess. This film, I'm actually glad it got made, and I'm glad Anno decided to fight through it and come back and actually do everything. He was hands-off originally, from what I could look up. There's even a documentary, which I have not gotten around to watching yet, on Amazon Prime, called The Final Push for Evangelion, or something like that, where he goes into great detail the development process of the film. Or so I've heard, I don't know, I haven't seen it. But anyways, the movie was scheduled to come out last year, but as you all know, Corona-chan happened to strike and delay everything. So it ended up launching March of this year, with Amazon getting the rights and pushing it out the door August 13th, along with their redubs of the first three films, which we talked about before. To be honest, I could gush about this movie all day, but we'll get to that in a bit. So, how's everything with the movie? Well, the animation, people say they actually seem to really like. The OST, I think, is some of Shiro Sagisu's best work. And now for the English dub. There's only one voice actor I need to cover, I feel, for right now, because I covered all of them before in the redubs from Amazon, and it's the exact same cast. The one I didn't cover last time was Hikari, or Class Rep, or Hikari, whichever you prefer. In the Funimation dub, she was voiced by Leia Clark, who most of you would probably know as Kobayashi from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Toga Himiko from My Hero Academia, or Mavis from Fairy Tail. Whereas in the Amazon dub, she is voiced by Kimberly Yates, who is a reprisal from the ADV dub. She's also known for voicing Maria in Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040, and May Hopkins in Gunsmith Cats. To be honest, again, another reprisal from ADV's days. That's kind of cool. And before I go into spoilers, I'm just going to say up front, everyone brought their A game to this dub for this film. I don't think Spike, Tiffany Grant, Allison Keith Shipp, any of them really, John Swayze, I don't think I've heard them sound this good in a while in anything they've been in. You can tell that they knew this was the end of Eva and they wanted to go out with a bang on it, and I'm glad they did. That didn't stop some moments, though, from sticking out, like how they went back to calling Longinus and Cassius, the two spears, Longinus and Cassius, like the Funimation dub. Or how there's a scene where the character Maya, who's a very minor character, from what I could tell, oh no, someone's gonna yell at me, no, they're major, or something, calls Ritsuko Exo Senpai? What? Why? Why are we bringing honorifics into this? There's also a scene where Mari is called Mary by a character. I don't want to say anymore because spoilers, but yeah, there's just some silly dubisms. There's also one scene in particular where Spike's mic sounds a little fucked up, and he's cutting out a bit. It's only like a syllable or so. It's one of those blink and you'll miss it type of things. But hey, in the opening of the film, when people are talking, Mari's singing in the background, and it's dubbed this time. So glad they fixed that. And I will also mention my complaint about Brett Weaver sounding too old for Toji has definitely been remedied here. Since I guess now it's time to get into spoilers for those who haven't seen Eva, which if you haven't, please go watch it. Watch the anime and end of Eva film and then the rebuild films. You won't regret it. I absolutely love this series. But anyways, so yeah, spoilers here on out, I guess. After the 14-year time skip, now that Toji is much older, Brett fits the character much better here, and maybe that's what they were going for. Like, they knew there was a time skip from Eva 3 and 4, and they're like, okay, Brett, here you go. So, I guess I have to admit when I was wrong. And speaking of spoilers, things that stood out in the plot to me, gonna be honest, was not expecting Toji to marry Hikari or class rep. That was definitely a thing. As far as other moments that I thought were really, really good, Kensuke talking to Shinji and telling him how his father survived the near third impact, but tragically passed away in an accident unexpectedly. And he tells Shinji that life is fleeting and shit like that can happen at any time. Shinji needs to talk to his father before it's too late, and he might never get the chance to. And I don't know, I just really like that scene, because it makes sense. Think about it. His dad survived like the most tragic event in human history, Danganronpa, but then gets killed in an accident instead. And even says he thought his dad could survive anything after that, but he was wrong, and he wished he talked to him more. I guess other things to mention, they still have the inconsistency of calling it Zele and Zella, which I knew that was going to happen. Also, Asuka's scream near the end of the film when her mecha is transforming, that was brutal as hell. Tiffany Grant, I think, did a good job there. And, yeah, I don't know. If anyone's wondering the scene I'm talking about with Spike's mic that's seen the film, it's particularly where Shinji's talking to Kaoru at the end of the film. During their, I guess, final altercation. Before Shinji declares he will not rewind time. And it basically shows that, this film is definitely, like the rebuild films were definitely a result of what happened at the end of Eva with Shinji. But, let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other moments that stood out because the whole movie was just so damn good. I could be here all day. I know it's going to be a shorter Dubster dive, but I loved when Shinji was the one at the end going around and giving all of his friends mental pep talks at the end. Asuka and all of them. Basically a reversal of what happened with him from the end of the original anime. That was really cool, and it made it come full circle to show Shinji's growth. Shinji is no longer a pussy by the end of this film, and what an awesome character arc, in my opinion. And, Asuka being a clone, did not see that coming. I guess it makes sense with her having a last name. But, there you go. I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot for not seeing that. I also really liked how the title cards for the original episodes of the TV anime were going in the background when Shinji was having his final conversation with the original Rei from the first two rebuild films. But, yeah. I know some people might think that this ending might have been a little too happy with Shinji rewriting the world so there are no Evas and getting to live a normal life with everyone being alive now. But honestly, I think it's a perfect way to end it. Shinji went through hell to get here, and he finally realized he needed to get over himself and actually grow up. And he finally understands that now. He knows what loss is, and he knows that life, yeah, life could be a bitch. But it could also be really cool, and, you know, there's happy times and all that shit. Also, it implying at the end Shinji might be shipped with Mari. That was probably the last person I was expecting him to be shipped with, but way to go, I guess. Anyway, I guess that's it, really. Go watch the film. There's a bunch of moments, like I said, like Asuka and Shinji finally admitting that they used to like each other. But, yeah, I'm just repeating myself now. Let me know what you all thought of this film, and if you agree with me that this dub was really, really good, aside from the small hiccups. Fuyutsuki, though, he still could have sounded a little better. That's just me, though. Anyway, I guess that's it. I'm glad Hideaki Anno did decide to come back and make this film. I heard that he was thinking of committing seppuku a couple of times during the production of this, and it's like, damn, man. But hopefully now he's finally completed it. He can move on and, you know, not feel so stressed. So to answer your question, if it wasn't obvious by now, yes, I think this film is a masterpiece. I absolutely love it. If you don't, that's cool. But either way, let me know what you all think of Evangelion, and if you agree that the film ended the entire franchise on a high note, or if you wanted more, what you wanted differently, etc. But alright guys, thanks again so much for watching, and I am so happy to have gotten to experience this legendary franchise. Took me long enough, too. I didn't get to this series till way later, to be honest. I feel bad for the people that waited 9 years from 2012 from Ava 3 till now, but to be honest, I think it would have been worth the wait, in my opinion at least. But I don't know. I'm not you people that had to wait, so you all could let me know if you thought it was worth the wait or not. But anyways, thanks again so much for watching. I hope you have yourselves a great day. And yeah. Till next time, guys. Thanks again so much for watching. Also, Team Oscar all the way. Anyways, be back soon.